Hello everyone. This is the final part in a 5-part series where I rank the renders of every character in Smash Bros. History. This last part will cover the ultimate newcomers. Be sure to check the previous parts where I rank the newcomers of all the previous installments. If you're all caught up though, let's not waste any more time. Alright, we made it to the ultimate newcomers, so we're not gonna have to rank too much on these final ones. We're not gonna have to rank different renders as much. We still are. As you can see right here, we have a boy and girl Inkling. But from this point out, it's gonna get much faster. So we're at the home stretch, baby. I have no clue how long this is gonna be, but as of right now, my recording says 2 hours and 30 minutes, and me rambling is not gonna help. So let's just get into it. These are just so Splatoon. I wouldn't even be able to tell you that these are Smash renders. You could have just told me that these are renders in the game, and I would have believed you. I think both of these might just be perfect. Maybe you could have more interaction with the splattering, but I think as far as without it, I think this is the best you can get. I'll put both of these as perfect, honestly. I'll give it to the girl. I like the girl more. Like, it's so on brand with what Splatoon looks like back in 2015. Alright, and now we have the first ever solo render, and it's Daisy, and damn, she has such a blank face, dude. The pose helps give her the expression, but the face is so blank. And it's not to say Daisy is a bland character, she's not. She's a more tomboyish princess than Peach. But sometimes, faces like these can really make you wonder, what goes on in that brain. But regardless, it's still fine. I'm gonna give it great. I put Meta Ridley here as well. We're not gonna rank these separately because I think they're too similar. I just thought it'd show a better look. I mean, look at this, man. The threatening claws, the deadly face, his long giant ass head, the wings, the scars, the veins, the bones, like they're almost pushing out there, man. The metal one just looks very threatening too. The tail just almost wrapping around his body. Does it get any better than this, really? This is perfect. This is perfect, man. Another banger here. Look at this whip, man. And I like the focus face on Simon too. This is definitely gonna be amazing. I don't think Richter's is as great. It's more anime, which makes sense because he's better looking than Simon. But I think it's still pretty solid. Well, great. Once again, listen, I'm saying solid. I'm saying solid, but you see me putting down great. Realize that this is very relative, right? I said this before, but I'm reiterating it, and I want to emphasize it for anybody who wants to call me out on any inconsistencies. But once again, Smash Bros. Renders have a low floor. It's really hard to call renders bad. Lots of time is put into all of these renders. Yeah, I mean, this is not that interesting of a pose. The cape looks nice, but that's about all he has going for him. It's fine. I like this one. She's floating, and she's a little intimidating. She's about to descend upon whatever foe is crossing her. I like it. It's pretty good. Yeah, it's nothing amazing, but I'll give it great. The detail on King K. Rool is absolutely amazing. From the cape, from the absolutely gorgeous, reflective, and detailed gold, the scales, you could really feel the texture of each part of his body. If you rubbed your hand over this big ass fucking crocodile, it would feel exactly how this render portrays it to be. It's just the texture work is absolutely perfect on this. But what is this pose, man? The detail carries it a lot. I don't understand the pose. I'm gonna give it amazing. I think we're so close to perfect though. You've seen the post of when he was revealed. It looks like he's out grocery shopping. We've all seen that post. We've all seen that meme. It also hones in more on the goofier side of King K. Rool, but I just think there's a better pose we could have done that helps kind of encapsulate the kind of goofiness, but also a little bit of powerful and intimidatedness of this big ass crocodile. We're on the verge of greatness here, is my conclusion with this render, but it's still amazing. Just hard carried by the textures.
I forgot to rank Isabel in my original recording, so if I were to give a quick ranking right now, I'd say it's great. There's not much you need to do with Isabel because she lives in a very basic ass lifestyle game. So you just need to make her kind of this reserved but still happy secretary, and that kind of works here. And when I say reserved, I don't mean I mean reserved compared to all the high action all the other characters do. That's a good render, so I'd give it great.
Here's Ken, and I mean, this is what Ken does. I mean, it's just the clothing, the muscles, the hair. It's so clean, man. I gotta give it amazing. Another one where the fur, where the detail really helps. The fur and fire just give Incineroar just a very detailed and crisp look. The pose is pretty good as well. It's nothing too special, so I'm gonna give it great. Actually, no, I'll give it amazing. I think the detail really helps in this case. Piranha Plant's a hard one. It's you can't really give him a dynamic pose that much. It's you did well with what they had. I mean, it's definitely a Piranha Plant. I just can't give it too much more than that. Now we're going on to the Fighter Pass characters. So here we have Joker, and we are going to rank these two, although I think it's pretty obvious. I mean, Phantom Thief Joker has to take the cake. No offense to Student Joker. Student Joker is fine, but he's a student, so it makes sense why he's making such a basic ass pose. So I think this is very on character for Joker, but you know, it just gives him a low ceiling. This one, this is Joker. It's so stylish and flashy, and you can imagine Joker doing this in the middle of a cutscene or something like that. So even though the heroes are different characters, we're still gonna put these renders against each other, just because they're the same character in Smash Bros. I think my favorite, dude, I don't even know the Dragon Quest games. I think it's 11, 3, 8, and 7, but don't quote me on that. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I think I'm only wrong on this one. I'm gonna give this bottom guy, I think he's my favorite, just because I just like his expression, his nice chilled out expression. And then we'll give it to Dragon Quest 8 for just a more dynamic pose. I'm gonna give the Luminary the worst one because he just kind of has a blank pose, and the Dragon Quest 3 guy has just a more, if you're just gonna stand there, you should give a more determined look. None of these are too crazy, but they did a fine job with the heroes. Now we've got Banjo. I like how they gave them the sparkly eyes that they kind of had back in the renders of the original Banjo-Kazooie games. It helps kind of pay homage to those original games of Banjo-Kazooie and Tooie. And this pose is really great and shows off the duo well, but I feel like something about it looks off. Something about it just looks off. I feel like it's a bit of the detail. I think the fur looks weird. Maybe it's because the transition from the fur to the eyes. The eyes I was complimenting earlier. I do like them. I think they should go in that direction. They look weird right next to the fur and feathers. They almost look a little pasted on or just a little lower quality. It's almost like they copied the eye textures of the original renders and pasted them on there, which they probably didn't, but I don't know. So I'll give it great, but I feel like it could be better. Is this just me, or does this one it looks weird to me. I just wish I could see more of his face. I like how his hair, his ponytail kind of travels alongside, and his pose as well is very Terry-like, but I think we could just do this a lot better. I think this could be better. I just think we need to see a better face. So I'm gonna give it I feel like this is harsh. I think there's still some value to it. I just think we could do a little bit better. It's always the females. The females are always gonna look better. Sorry. They just make them women better. Maybe it's because I'm attracted to women. I don't know. But that being said, neither of these are really that special. They're just showing the sword, but I just don't really get that much expression. I'll give female Byleth a little bit of points for at least swaying her hand a little bit. There's not much to say. Like, they're just standing there and saying, "Hey, look at my sword." Min. I mean, I love the detail on this one. The scales on her dragon arm and the noodle arm looks great as well. The beanie, just, oh. She does look really good in this one. She's not doing much, but also, like, it would be hard to do a Min render that doesn't get too big, you know? They have long-ass arms. Even the original arms render could be a little big. So I think this one does a really good job, and I'm gonna give it amazing. I mean, this is very, very tricky. Yes, he's just standing there. But it's Steve. It is Minecraft Steve. He's, like, supposed to look out of place. That is his entire portrayal in Smash Bros. Is how stiff his movement is because that's how stiff he looks in Minecraft. So what better way to show off an avatar character in a game where the animations are so stiff than with a pose where he's just standing there like an avatar character? It's really hard to give it points knowing that he's just standing there, but you just gotta realize that this is what he does. So I'm gonna give him great. I can't give him too much credit because there's still a little bit you can do even if you still want to recognize those stiff movements. I mean, Minecraft never let the stiff poses of Steve be like more expressive and such. And it's not to knock on this, right? The direction on this one was completed successfully, but it doesn't go for anything more, so I can't give it that much credit. It's hard to explain, right? But it just gives it a low ceiling. But did it hit the ceiling? Absolutely. Let's look at Sephiroth. The first one gives a really good display of his one wing. And I like how you see the hair on the other side of the giant katana. He is just kind of standing there, though. I like the intimidating look on his face. I think it's solid. I think the shirtless version gives a better look at him. And it actually looks pretty close to the pose that he gives at the end of Final Fantasy VII when Cloud's about to Omni-slash his ass to oblivion. I'm not going to rank these separate. These two go well together, so there's not going to be a ranking. Like, they're made for each other. And they're still pretty similar in character, I think. And I think canonically they're still kind of the same. I don't fucking know. Xenoblade is weird. Yeah, these are pretty fine renders. And they go well with each other. Just sitting next to each other like that. It's really nice. I'll give amazing for them. I don't know about you, but I think this first Kazuya one just looks weird. I'm being so real. I think the face is not it. The pose is okay, but the face really needs work. I think the business Kazuya gives a much better look at his face, and I think that's important in Kazuya is just his face because he's got such like a recognizable like face and hairstyle, you know, and the eyebrows, and it's hiding too much of the eyes as well in the first one. I'm really tempted to give it awkward, but I'm not gonna be that harsh. I'll say it's this business one though is powerful. It is powerful. I fear this man, you know. He just exudes so much power, and the business suit helps. You see a strong man in a business suit with a bit of a fighting pose and letting out his arm out too. It's like, how are you not going to be intimidated? And the devil eye flash is at such a perfect spot. Oh goodness. Last but not kind of least, because I really don't care about Sora, and I don't want to rank all four of these, but I laid down my grave. I chose this war, and now I gotta decide which of these Soras is the best. Ugh. Dude, I don't care. I don't care. I just want to be done with this. This recording is almost 3 hours long, man. Oh, man. I'm so sorry, Kingdom Hearts fans. I just do not give a flying fuck about Sora. Let's do our damnedest to rank these renders, because it's our last one's the only thing we got to worry about. I'm gonna fourth to this one right here. He's in combat, but I don't know why this is like pose worthy or anything. I don't know. It's just, it's a little weird. I don't know why we're focusing on this pose exactly. I don't get it. His original and his Kingdom Hearts 3 ones are basic, but I think they get the job done. I'm gonna give it the original one the edge. I like the Keyblade being on the back of his shoulder. This other one, I just don't really get as well. I think it's better. I think it's better than this one, but I still don't get the pose. Like, he looks like he's in combat or something like that. I don't understand that much. It's close to being good, or it's close to being really good, but I don't understand necessarily what they were going for. And I'll give these final 2 renders great, and that will be it for our rankings. So I hope you enjoyed spending time with me and my good pal Noah, just rambling about how we feel about the Smash renders. I hope that the analysis that we gave you was worth your time, and I hope it made at least somewhat of sense. And if you ever want to make a case for a certain render that we may have shat on a little bit too much, then feel free to do so in the comments. But nonetheless, I just hope this was a fun video, and yeah, I mean, that's all she wrote. See y'all.